Oh, my bad. I'm sorry, y'all. I got married recently in Africa. I can't wait to tell y'all about it. It was an experience. But I am now Dr. Maritza Robinson. Woo! Everybody clap it up, clap
Get
it
it
up.
right.
But I'm excited to be back. I'm so excited. I have been missing in action. You know, I've been on vacation. I've gotten married. I took social media break, a friend break. So I've been off the grid for quite some time. And you know what? That's what I want to talk about today. Why it was necessary for me to take a break. So the title of my show is Uncorked Session 18. I needed a break. And I'm excited to talk about it today. So let's talk about it. Now, you know how we do. We still doing it. I just add a little bit more to it because I want us to learn how to taste wine the correct way. And I'll be adding things as we continue to go. So I have some steps that we're going to take with the wine of today. So our show is sponsored by Little Corkscrew today, and the wine of the day is Head Over Heels. It's a sweet Riesling, and y'all know me by now. Y'all know I am not anything but a red wine lover. Like, you know me, they're clear and rosé, and I'm not with it, but I can, especially sweet wine. I ain't really the fan, but this wine is really good. And what I love about me being an ambassador for this wine company and other wine companies is I'm able to try different things for my palate, and I shock myself every time. I don't want to be closed-minded with wine, so I'm definitely excited about introducing new wines this time around. This season is going to be great, and we have prizes, so make sure you tune in to that too to see how you can get a prize. All right, so let's get to the wine of the day. I got off track. We back on, all right? All right, so what we're gonna do, we have some steps we're gonna take. So of course, you know, you've poured your wine by now, and I want you to pick it up by the stem. Especially if this is a wine that's supposed to be cold. You never touch the wine glass with your fingertips because the heat from your fingers warms the wine. It's not as good, you know, as it is when it's cold. So hold it up by the stem, and then the first thing we're gonna do is see it, so you can see like what kind of wine is it? What color do you think it is? Is it like a rosé color, clear? Is it red? So of course we're looking at this wine. I would consider it a clear wine, but I'm sure it's another term. We're gonna learn our terms too this season. Not this year, but this season for sure. So after you see the wine, the first thing we're gonna do is swirl, because I want you to look at like the streams that sometimes come down. And I think what I've learned so far is the more streams you have running down in the glass, that's the higher the alcohol percentage. So we're gonna do a little swirl, right? Open up the aroma. Don't be y'all be gentle with swirling your wine. Don't let the wine fall out the glass. Let's not be sloppy, y'all. We have this. We are going to be professionals. All right, after you swirling, we're going to smell. This is your wine, so don't be afraid to smell your wine. You can put your nose in it so you can see what you smell. Do you smell oak? Do you smell grapes? What do you smell? So, and I smell grapes for sure. I feel like I smell white grapes. I get it wrong sometimes, but it's kind of cool to keep doing it and then like learn how advanced you are, you know, becoming, how you're improving. So it's very sweet. And then the next thing we do is sip, and you're gonna just kind of swoosh it a little bit in your mouth so that you can get like a good taste. It's so good. Oh y'all, this is good. I'm shocked. Y'all know I'm a red wine lover. I am shocked, but this is really good. So, you know, congratulate yourself. You made it through the first round of us learning how to sip wine and learning how to taste wine the correct way. All right. Well, now it's time to get busy. So, I took a break. I needed that break, y'all. I was just like overwhelmed. And a lot of times, you know, when we take breaks from social media, friends, like even sometimes we have to take like recess from work. We know this because we have some kind of warning signs, right? Like what's your body doing to let you know that you need a break, or your attitude, or how you're treating people. Small things can show you like, okay, maybe you need a timeout because right now you're not your best self. And I realized I was not my best self. Like I needed a break from work. Like I feel like I wasn't giving my clients the full me. And I'm very good at what I do. I love therapy. If I can do this for the rest of my life, I would. Like I absolutely love my job. But I felt like it started to become a job and not my love. And I'm like, okay, that ain't right. That's not me. I love what I do. I love hearing people talk and being able to give them whatever they need in that time, but also just being a listener and not feeling overwhelmed. So I realized a lot of that changed for me. Being a little more irritated quickly. I started to find myself being irritated with people more quickly, and I'm very, very nice. I don't get irritated fast at all. That's not my character nor my personality. But so those were signs to let me know, girl, something wrong with you. Like, you need to get your life together. What is it? Because that's not who you are. So I was more irritated, very, very tired. I felt like I couldn't bring myself to do things that I wanted to do or things that I was interested in. I would lose interest. And with losing interest to some of the things, like even doing wine therapy, I'm just gonna be honest with you, I had lost all my interest with it. And I think more so that came from like social media. Now, with social media, y'all, it is amazing to be inspired by what someone else is doing, the work that they're doing. Like, oh, I'm inspired to do this, or you're getting ideas and it's great because it's helping you. But when it becomes a challenge is when you feel like you have to compare your work to other people. That's when it's a no. And I realized, like, I'm not the comparing type. Like, what am I doing? This is just not Marissa. So I started to see those signs, and with me being, starting to compare, becoming irritated, fatigued, not being my best self, I decided it was a hard decision, because I've been doing this for so long. I've been doing Therapeutic Tuesday every Tuesday. I did not take a break for 2 to 3 years. I've been doing it consistently. So for me to have to stop was a hard decision to make, because I felt like, I'm like not giving to the people. What if somebody need that? What if somebody need me in this moment? But I didn't realize, like, you need you in this moment. You can't really worry about catering to people when you are not catering to yourself. And me as a therapist, to y'all, to everybody, I preach self-care, and I realized, like, girl, you're not giving yourself self-care, so you can't preach that if you're not doing it. And I realized I started to continue to go for people, but not for myself. So I had to take a break. Social media, I took like a 30-day break, Steve. I took a 30-day break because I was just like, I'm overwhelmed with social media. Every time I get on, I'm like, I'm not where I want to be with social media. I'm not where I want to be as far as, I guess, views or comments or shares. And I felt like, okay, but you're, and I had to go back during the reset or the break that I took. I had to tell myself, like, you ain't doing this for that. You doing it to help somebody. So whoever it reaches, that's what it's for. But I felt like I was not in that healthy state of mind to tell myself that. It was like, yeah, I'm not good at this. This is not what I'm supposed to do. And I have worked so hard for everything that I do. The consistency, the content. I worked hard. Planning it out, getting the name, like everything from the foundation on up. I worked hard for this, and I almost threw it away because I wanted to compare what other people were doing, or I felt like social media validated my work. So that's when I knew, your girl got to get a break. I can't do it. I refuse to let go of something that I don't work hard for. This is like a dream. And we get lost. Like, so when you are overwhelmed, you hadn't taken a break, and you're allowing, I guess, outside noise. Like, when you are doing something that you know that you have been placed, with that gift of giving back, you have to have tunnel vision for your dreams. Like, this is a dream for me to be able to have my practice, to work as a therapist, to have my own business, to have my wine therapy platform, to really be able to give to people the way it was not given to my family, and let it be an open space. And I realized, when I started to give it away, I'm like, okay, you need tunnel vision. You have to clear out the noise. And a lot of people, they don't take breaks because they feel like, oh, I got this, I don't have to take a break. And sometimes we are in denial that we comparing ourselves. Don't be in denial, sweet. Sis, you need a break. Don't be in denial. Look, be real with yourself, because the more you in denial about it, the more you are holding yourself back, and you're living in a lie at this point. Like, it's okay to be honest. I feel like I'm comparing to their numbers. I'm comparing to their work. I'm comparing to how many views they have. You have to be honest and able to get to the root of what's causing you fatigue or what's causing you discouragement. A lot of people get that. with not having tunnel vision. You were confident before, but now that your vision is on everybody else, like I'm magnifying what they doing, what she's doing, what he's doing, and I'm losing sight of myself. And I realized, girl, take a break. I gotta be honest with myself. This ain't me. Like, I know that I am losing sight of everything to the point where this wine therapy was out the door. It was gone. It was gone. I've even working through the trademark. It's gone. Y'all can have it. I done paid them. I don't care. Like, I don't want it. I went to Steve 1,000 times. Like, bro, I'm so done with this because I feel like I'm putting all this work into it. I don't care if I don't have the luxury looks of it, but the content itself, that's good. It's major. It's something that's helping people. Hey family, before we continue the show, I just have to give a special thanks to our sponsor of the show, which is Love Corkscrew. We have the Head Over Heels Sweet Riesling, and it is amazing. We want to thank you so much for sponsoring this show. I am also an ambassador for this wine company, and if you want to get this wine and any other wine that they have, use code Wine Therapy to get 15% off. I hope that you enjoy, and thank you again, Love Corkscrew. All right, so you take a break. I took a break. Let me get back to me, y'all. Get back to me. So I took a break, and during my break of 30 plus days from people, you know, just kind of, you know, look like, you remember we talked about it, isolation and solitude are two different things, okay? Isolation can be very negative, but solitude is you finding that space to be able to, you know, kind of fill your cup and find ways to kind of like fill yourself versus isolation is like depleting. You have nothing going on. You just by yourself in like this dark space. But for me, it was like, okay, I need solitude. I need to, you know, get these books, whatever like self-help stuff I need to do for me. Let me do that for me. So I ended up, I, you know, started being in solitude, and I realized a lot of things about myself. And I realized, like, you know, this was a gift given to me. Why should I let all of this go? Because I have not, you know, I'm allowing outside noise, outside opinions. It was so many opinions. Outside opinions, you know, looking at what other people do, magnifying their work, deter me from what I'm doing, what my purpose is. And a lot of times we get that. But sometimes you gotta like literally cut everything out and get to the root of what is your purpose? And I had to do some writing. Okay, what's my purpose? What am I doing? What am I put here for? So as I'm doing that, I'm going through, you know, figuring out what my purpose is. The little, what are they, like the sweet voices or the, what's the word I'm looking for? It's like, I guess like the hints. It's not hint, but I can't think of the word right now. But it's like God would give me those little promises. People will walk up and they're like, when you doing wine therapy again? Baby, I don't know you, but I'm gonna start back. You know, you watch it. Like, I just got intrigued because some people I don't know, and they see my stuff on social media, or, you know, they could be a family friend and they're watching it and they're asking, a lot of people have asked my husband, when she started making wine therapy, when is she gonna do another show? She doing this? And I was like, for real? And I'm just like, well, thank you, Jesus. Like, I had no ideas. It's like random people I don't know, and they want to know, when is wine therapy coming back? What are we doing? Like, when is the next show? And I'm like, okay, all right, now I hear you. You know, I know I've just kind of lost in the sauce for a little minute, but I see you speaking to me. So I realized that I had to get back in it with tunnel vision only. I could not let any noise deter me anymore, because whatever I'm doing is for a purpose. People are getting their healing through this show, but I almost took it from not only me but from everybody because of what you see or what you hear, and it was just the hints. You know, when you bring a wine therapy back, this is my favorite show and I want her to come out with this. And, you know, some people even give me topics they want me to talk about, and I like it. I really do. Sometimes, you know, it's okay to hear from the crowd. And I was like, all right, I like that. It was just shocking. Even like older people, the older people got me. But I love my elders, y'all know. But they were like, when are you, because I stopped doing Therapeutic Tuesday too. I was like, I'm done. I am so done right now. And they would say, you know, I went to church in Mississippi recently, like 3 weeks ago, I know, before I got married. And they was like, we've been missing your videos. I'm like, y'all watch it. And they said, you know, a lot of people, they were saying, we might not comment, we might not say nothing, but we are watching. And that's what I guess, whoever's out there dealing with social media issues, they watching. You might not ever see them coming. You might not get as many shares as you think you should have, but people are watching. And when they're watching, they're talking about it. And it may not be a share on your page, but it's a verbal share. Let me share verbally what I saw, so then they can go look at it. So don't ever feel like what you're doing, your purpose, is not good enough, or for you to get discouraged, or for you to feel like you're done with everything. Remember, people are watching, but also remember, you're not doing it for their glory or their praises either. You're doing it for what your purpose is, to really like feel them in a way, but not to be validated. And I think that's what I felt like I started looking for. Let me give me a sip, y'all, because it's good. Hold on. All right, so why you shake your head? It's good. I don't want to let it go to waste. But don't look for validation. I think that's one part of me was looking for validation, and I realized I don't need anybody else's validation. All I need is mine. All I need to know and do is what I need to do for me. My validation, my encouragement, what I believe is more important than anybody. And if I know what I'm doing is helpful and it's what I'm put here to do as far as like feeding the people, then let me do it. If 10 people see it, they're gonna tell 10 other people. Like, it's okay. It is really okay. And if you get one like, baby, that's probably one like the person that you don't even know. And I think I was talking to my cousins a while back, and they were saying, how sometimes people get like 100 shares or 100 likes. If you think about it, you sometimes don't even know 100 people. So that is still a blessing. That's still something. So, I had to also, in solitude, find gratitude. And I tell people all the time who deal with depression, like, when you start finding gratitude, that will like literally brighten up everything for you. That will make everything go amazing. And it really does like help you find purpose, help you find peace when you find gratitude in the things that you do have. It's the small stuff that matter, So find gratitude if you're in that place where you need a break. When you take a break, what do? You don't sit there and do nothing. We're not isolating, y'all. We in solitude. We're not isolating. You're in that space when you're by yourself and you're doing self-help stuff. Do homework, journal. I know I wrote so much. I talked stuff out. My husband I had a lot of therapy sessions, and I'm grateful about it. I love my therapist. So had therapy sessions, started exercising more, trying to do things to feel me. And also like do little readings, like go and find some encouraging quotes to read, or find a way to talk to somebody that's in need. Like I found ways that I'm able to give and also receive in solitude. And when you're in that space, find what feels you. Don't sit there and just let that time just fly. I'm just, I'm taking a break, but you're taking a break doing what? Like, how are you feeling yourself? How are you refueling yourself? What are you doing? Are you doing any homework? Are you journaling? Are you reading? Or are you listening to encouraging podcasts or shows or anything that's uplifting? Or are you sitting there and you are in the waddle of like drama or like tears of sadness? Are you waddling, or are you doing the work? Like, what are you doing in solitude? That's what you have to realize. There's a difference in getting that break. So when you feel like you're in a space where ain't nothing working for me, I have done all I can do. I can't do nothing but stand, and still seems like nothing is forming. I'm like not my best self. Okay, so that lets you know right there, I'm not my best self. Let me take a step back. And you taking a step back and taking a break is not you quitting. It's you finding your reset. And I found my reset. So we are back. So wine therapy is back. I took a break. I couldn't do it. I was tired. I was just like, yeah, this is it for me. Yeah, that last show was it. But God said, yeah, it ain't it, sis. You can get yourself together real quick, and you're going to teach these people how to keep going. Your job is to feel, to give, to help people, not sit up and try to get validation and help yourself. We are not here for you. It's for the people. So I'm back. So wine therapy is back. The break was very much needed. I did so much, so many positive things, and I felt like as soon as I got back from my break, I felt different. I felt new. I felt refilled. I felt like energized. I felt like I could just, hey, it's me. Like, I'm back. Like, I don't know, you know how you feel like I'm her. Like, I'm back. I am back. So if you need a break, take it. Don't worry about who, because that's what happened to me, right? I told you I kind of, was worried about the people I'm leaving behind and who I'm not feeding to through content. But sometimes we have to be selfish with our energy and our peace. And if you don't have that, you're no good to the people that you feel like you're leaving behind and that you're not catering to, because you're not even giving them the full you anyway. I think that they would rather have the full you versus having a 1/4 of you or 1/3, because you're not where you need to be. So if you are in a season where you need a break, get it. It's okay. If you're in a season where you're comparing yourself to what others have or who they are, especially through social media, take a break. You don't know what their struggle was. Sometimes that means your mindset is totally in a place that it shouldn't be. We shouldn't even be worried about what they're doing. It's about what you're doing. If you're not inspired by what they're doing and you're more so like envying or having jealousy, it's time for you to remove yourself. Take a step back and be like, okay, let me get me together, because that's not who I am. That's not how this is supposed to go. If you're not inspired, take a break. So if you're in that place, it's okay to step back. Take whatever time you need. I don't care if it's a year. Take whatever time you need to better who you are as a person. Because when you come back, you are forced to be reckoned with. But you won't know until you take that step back to do a reset. Take a step back. Take a break. 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, a year, and take a break from whatever. It is okay to filter yourself from things that are not filling you. It's not. It's cool to take a social media break, but if you got a friend that's still talking about it, girl, this is what they, I'm gonna take a break from you, sis. I need a break. I can't, look, now I'm taking a break from social media, but you still bringing it my way. Can't do that. And not being rude, but just, being honest, like, I ain't there. And I just want everybody to know that it's okay to filter people and things. Like, don't feel bad about that. What is your peace worth losing over you trying to keep something or somebody around that is not catering to you? Absolutely not. My peace is everything. So whatever has to go is gonna go. And if you're in this break where you're trying to figure out what needs to go, how do you come back, what are the positive aspects that you are going to take with you into the new season or the new journey after you've taken a reset, do just that. And if you got to leave people, things, places behind, do it. Do just that. Do whatever you got to do to get your peace. And that's what I did. So I'm back. I had the promises, the little hints. I had take time away, and I feel good. I feel like I can be as vulnerable with y'all as I need to be. And this was just the first part. We got a lot more to talk about. So I am grateful to be back. I'm grateful for everything that we got coming this season, every season after with wine therapy. This is a non-stop thing. We are going to be global. It's going to be known. But the most important thing, we are going to give people their help. That's all that matters. Nothing else matters but that I'm doing my part by giving you what you need. And if it's the help, the healing, the direction, the advice, I'm your girl. I am your girl. So I'm grateful to be back. That was my spiel. I just want to kind of let y'all know where I've been. I have been in Africa, and that was a great 2 weeks. Okay, Africa was definitely lit and definitely a time to reset. I went to the motherland. So I went back to the roots. I went back to where I needed to be, and it feels so good. And I'm telling Steve, like, being in Africa, I'm not gonna lie, it gives you more gratitude. Like, you will be grateful for the smallest thing. So I had a good time. Had a good time in Africa. Had a good time, like, just learning how to be with myself again and working through my issues. So now I'm back from my break, and I am here, and you all are gonna see me, okay? And I'm excited to share what we have coming up for the rest of the wine therapy season. We have many guests that are going to be here. We have a lot of topics, things that nobody wants to talk about. But remember, wine therapy is that platform where we talk about mental health, and we normalize those conversations as well as life topics, things that you feel like I'm afraid to bring that up because I may offend somebody, or I ain't never talked about that. My family never discussed those issues. This is the family that you're gonna come in and we gonna talk about it. Because the only way you're gonna get past it is through talking about it. It's through truly like confronting whatever that is, whatever that issue is, getting to the root of, so that you can grow and be the best person you can be. So if you're new to the family, I want to welcome you. I want to welcome you to be here as long as you need to be. And then I want you to bring some more family members over, because this is our time to grow. This is our time to heal, and you are in the right place. So I'm back, I'm here, and we're going to keep rocking. So until the next time, family, I want to see you again on Wednesday at 6 p.m. I just want to let y'all know I love y'all, and do whatever you got to do for your peace. If it's a break, if you got to listen people out of this corner and some out of that corner and invite people in that's going to be feeling you, do just that. Take whatever break you need for you. Your peace is everything. I love y'all. Peace. Hey family, I just wanted to thank you so much for tuning in to today's show, and I hope that you enjoyed it. I just wanted to remind you to be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel and my podcast, so that you can receive all the updates that Wine Therapy has to offer. And I wanted to share that I'm really excited about all the giveaways that Wine Therapy has this season for you. So be sure to stay tuned so you can figure out how you can win a prize. Hope that you enjoy. See you next time.